the After Cilmeri series boxed set. Written by Sarah Woodbury. Narrated by Laurel Schroeder.
Daughter of Time. Written by Sarah Woodbury. Narrated by Laurel Schroeder. Chapter 1. Meg. My husband's body lay cold on the table in front of me. A sheet covered all but his face, but that didn't stop me from imagining the damage to his body. From the car accident, and from wounds inflicted long before tonight. The chill in the room seeped all the way through me, nearly as cold as the January air outside. The morgue was just as I'd imagined, feared it would be. A classroom-sized box with fluorescent lights, sanitized metal tables, sinks and counters lined against one wall, with implements whose function I didn't want to know. I tried not to look anywhere but at Trev, but as I began to struggle against the rushing in my ears and the narrowing of my vision, I had to glance away, my eyes skating over the rest of the room. The police officer took my right elbow and spoke softly in my ear. "Come sit, Mrs. Lloyd. There's nothing you can do here." I nodded, not really listening, and pulled my winter coat closer around me. The officer steered me out the door and into the hall, to an orange plastic chair next to the one in which my mother waited. It was the kind of hallway you could find in any public building. Utilitarian, sterile, with off-white tile flecked with black, off-white walls, and thin metal-framed windows that wouldn't open, holding back the weather. I met my mother's eyes, and we shared a look that needed no words. What the officer didn't understand, couldn't understand, were my conflicting emotions. Horror and sadness, certainly, anger, but overlying all that, relief. Relief for him, having had to live for 6 months with increasing despair. And relief for me, that he had self-medicated himself into oblivion, releasing me from living with a man I no longer loved and couldn't like. "It's nothing to do with you," Mom said. I turned to look at her. Her face was nearly as white as her hair, but her chin jutted out as it always did, when she was determined to get her point across, and she thought I was being particularly stubborn. "I know, Mom. I know that." I leaned forward and rested my head in my hands. The tears I'd
Sample complete. Ready to continue?